Good morning, Morgan Davis here at First Canadian. Today I wanted to talk about something that I believe is really important to us in the business office here, and that is building a customer profile based off of the credit bureau. So the credit bureau, in my opinion, is the most useful tool that we can have in our office. So that credit bureau shows us who they are, where they work, their spending habits, the trade lines that are open, who they bank with, how many vehicles they've had before in the past, how quickly they've paid them off, lines of credit that are open for cash conversions. And to be honest, I don't think we all use the credit bureau to its full extent. So even on cash deals, I think it's a really good idea to offer a complimentary service to a client to go over the credit bureau with them. While we spend a lot of time trying to do cash conversions and finding out information by asking the clients, where did you get your money from? Is it coming from a HELOC? Is it coming from the equity in your house? Did you get it from a family member? That information that the client is telling us is exactly what they want us to hear. So when we take a look at the credit bureau is actually information that the client can't change, and we can see it right in front of us. So we can take a look and see if there's an open line of credit that they got 3 months ago, and maybe that's where they're going to purchase the vehicle. We can take a look and see if they've got 3 or 4 very high interest credit card loans out there, with some high debts that we might be able to actually move that debt into the line of credit and then offer the client vehicle financing through your OEM or the banks at the exact same rates that the banks are offering on the lines of credit. So here's an example of a transition from when you're meeting the client and you're doing the initial turnover and you're finding out how the customer wants their vehicle prepped for delivery, and you can transition into the credit bureau check. Take a look. Mrs. Smith, up until this point, we've talked about a few different things, primarily how the vehicle is going to be prepared for you for when you take delivery next week. A complimentary service that we offer all clients here at this dealership is a credit health check. Now, that credit health check is in place for a few different reasons. We want to make sure that the trade lines that we're reporting on your credit bureau are up to date and accurate, as that will affect your credit score. We also want to take a look at the inquiries that are on your credit bureau to make sure that there's no suspicious activity on there. It'll take around 5 minutes. We've got all the information we need already here, and it's a really good process to make sure that your credit bureau is up to date, accurate, and that your credit score is not going to be negatively affected in the future. So with your approval, I'd like to sit down with you now and go over that with you. So Mrs. Smith is that classic client who comes in, who's maybe purchased 2 or 3 vehicles from your dealership in the past, always cash. They come in, they negotiate on the price, we sign it up. Salesperson comes, or the sales manager comes to us and says, here's Mrs. Smith, she's buying another Honda Civic, and she's paying cash like she always does. And our process kind of stops there. We kind of get lost in the fact that the customer just wants to buy the vehicle, and we're happy about that. And on cash deals, usually our finance office profitability is substantially lower. So for us to take a look at her credit bureau or any cash buyer's credit bureau gives us the opportunity to work a thorough cash conversion based off of the information that's on the credit bureau. Now, even if it's a finance customer, we should be pulling credit bureaus on all the applicants that are coming through, because we're having customers sign off on credit applications that we're sending the bank, and we want the banks to take a look at them. But we ourselves need to take a look at those credit bureaus in case the bank comes back with a condition. We need to take a look at the credit bureau and know the information that's on there, and we need to have the answers ready for the bank if the bank sees something that they don't like. If we're not taking a look at that information, we're taking the bank's perspective of the client's credit instead of ours, and the communication that we can have with the client in regards to what each trade line is. So go through the credit bureau, make sure it's up to date and accurate, make sure the balances are correct, debt service your client every single time. It'll help you when you're trying to pitch disability insurance as well too, so you can take a look and see what their debt loads are. And it's a really vital tool to make sure that we're using every single time. And give it a shot on cash customers. You're going to get customers that want nothing to do with it because they think their credit score is going to be negatively affected. And understanding how your credit score is affected when an inquiry is made is beneficial as well too. Credit scores bounce back up each and every month, right? Credit scores are along a pendulum. So understanding how the credit bureau works and offering this to all your clients, especially cash clients. I really like it on cash clients because no one is really offering this service to anyone. If you go into a bank and you want to get a loan, the financial advisor takes your information, sends it off to an underwriting department, usually in a different city, and then a decision comes back. The financial advisor within a bank doesn't have the ability to take a look at all the information that we do. We actually see more information than them. So if this is something that you want to learn more about and you'd like a little additional training, let me know. I can come in and we can go through 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 credit bureaus and take a look at them and come up with customer profiles. It'll help you in your conversions to sell some products in your business office. And also it's a really good service to offer clients that are coming in and making sure they come back to your dealership when they're ready to purchase another vehicle in the future. Morgan Davis, First Canadian. We'll talk to you soon.